Hey everybody, welcome to the Creek this week.
Creek Week.
Creek Week.
Oh, you're excited about it.
Yeah, very much so.
Tell us why you're excited.
Well, it's Resurrection Sunday.
Is it?
It is.
It
It's
is.
coming up. So we are just really excited about that. High point of the year and high point of when everything changed, Dan.
Everything hinged
Everything hinged.
that day.
Just risen and all our hopes with him. So yeah, we get to celebrate that. It's going to be awesome.
So from very early on, the church has made a deal out of the anniversary
Yes.
of the resurrection.
Right.
And it's been recognized in lots of different ways. There have been wars fought
Yeah. About the date.
about which day of the calendar,
Yeah, the which day in the calendar.
Right, and-
It's still controversial.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
It's still churches that don't talk to each other.
Yeah, because of the date.
because of
You
the
could
date.
believe it, yeah.
But
I bet you most people watching this don't know the date. Like what
Like, how do-
determines the date.
how do you
Everybody
calculate?
knows it moves.
well, how do you calculate it in the West,
Right.
in the Western church?
Yes.
Which is the first Sunday after the first full moon, after Passover.
Passover, or is it with spring solstice?
The solstice.
The
Right,
solstice.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Or not solstice. Equinox.
Equinox. And then I think in the East, it's gauged off. Is it Passover?
Yes. Yes.
So anyway,
Those controversies aside.
you're wrong.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not what Easter
Wrong.
is.
By the way, side note, one of the reasons why the church really got into astronomy and therefore got into science was because they were super interested in getting the date right.
Yeah.
So they wanted to predict it
Yeah.
years in advance based on planetary motion.
Yeah.
So they started studying the stars really, really heavily.
And then the nerds started fist fighting over
Yeah.
it and breaking each other's glasses. Well, that's not the
they
date.
said, "Wait
You
a minute."
miscalculated the.
I think that the Earth might actually go around the sun.
You're not right about
Yeah.
that at all. So Easter's celebrated lots of different ways
Yeah.
throughout history and whatnot. There's like in the high churches, it's really the Easter Vigil. It's Saturday night, kind of the counterpoint to Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
right? It's the counterpoint of waiting for midnight, and it's at some point here when the resurrection occurs. For Protestant churches, it varies a lot. For low church,
Yes.
like us,
Yeah.
and non-denominational churches, we kind of feel a freedom to change it up.
Yeah.
Every year, we observe the calendar date.
We do, and this year a number of people at AC3 did Lent.
Yeah.
And so, it's a time where we come out of that. We come out of this, sort of that walking daily acknowledgement of our creatureliness, our fallenness.
Did you do something for Lent this year?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Mhm, yeah. I gave up pop.
You haven't drank soda
Yeah.
for 39 days?
39 days.
Wow. You're amazing. No, I mean, good job. I mean,
What did you give up?
I didn't give up anything.
Oh, you didn't do it. Dan didn't do Lent?
I didn't do squat. Lent snuck up on me, and I've focused my devotional life on some Lenten ideas.
very
but I haven't.
All right.
So I mock you from a position of
Complete hypocrisy.
complete hypocrisy.
Yeah.
So at Allen Creek this year, we're going to do a special drama presentation.
Yep.
Right? There's going to be some music, and it's called "The Mystery of the Miraculous Missing Man."
I love that.
It's because it's alliterated.
Because it's alliterated.
So tell us what's going to happen on stage Easter Sunday.
Well, I'm actually in this drama, yes, and so what it is it's like a mystery wrapped in an enigma, wrapped in a
Put in a
so,
riddle.
So what you have is the characters are from like a film noir setting. If you can imagine a 1920s, it's a dame. It's always a dame, kind of like a detective murder mystery kind of thing. And it really is a bit of a murder mystery in the sense that they're trying to solve the mystery of the empty tomb.
Okay.
So there's a lot of comedic elements. There'll be the hints that they're a first century group, but they'll be dressed in 1920.
We kind of translated the story surrounding the empty tomb
Yeah,
in first century Palestine into 1939
Yep.
Los Angeles.
a little bit of that. Yeah, the mob scene and
Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's some of that, and so that's a really cool feel with a little hint of Columbo for those of you in Gen X who remember.
One more thing.
One more thing. Yeah, exactly. Because Columbo is now that Columbo-like character is in this, and he begins to unravel it.
Okay, so that's going to be fun. What's the point?
So the point is really to ask ourselves, do we have good reasons to believe that a man rose from the dead? And this launches a series on miracles. So we're going to talk about miracles for the next 4 weeks, because miracles, starting with the resurrection, are so central to the Christian faith and worldview. And so if there's no miracles, there's no Christian religion.
Right.
We have just we don't.
Paul makes that clear, right?
Very
First
clear.
Corinthians, it's like, if you don't have a resurrected Jesus, you don't have Christianity.
You don't have Christianity.
And if you can't have you can't have miracles, you can't have a resurrection.
Exactly. So miracles are the possibility of them are underlay the entire resurrection celebration we're going to have. So we want to talk about that. We will talk about basically a really specific part of the resurrection narratives about the testimony of the guards. And so what that is, Dan, is early apologetics work. Because when the Christians made the apologetic that he is risen, the skeptics had a counter argument. And the counter argument, you stole the body. And then the Christians had a counter to the counter, and that's an early sort of back and forth apologetics baked into the New Testament that revolves around the story of the guards. And we'll get into it, and it'll be fascinating evidence for the truth of the apostles' claim that Jesus physically rose from the dead.
So that is March 31st. Easter is early.
Yes, it's very early, almost as early as you can get.
It's completely unpredictable. There's no way to know. Invite a friend to the mystery of the miraculous missing man. There's two services. At 9 a.m. and at 10:30 a.m. So you can choose which one to be here. And because this is going to be fun and entertaining, and because we're going to be addressing reasons for faith, because this is an opportunity to delve into, as Rick was saying, this is not just make-believe. This isn't, let's just put our brains on idle over here and buy into a myth. We believe that there are reasons for faith. This is a great opportunity to invite somebody who may be standing outside the faith and saying, I'm not so sure about this. So be thinking about who that person is. And invite them.
Excellent. And then there will be an opportunity to come to the following weeks where basically we explore the possibility and, can we believe basically in a universe where supernatural things happens even possible.
Outside the...
So we'll go through creation and the miracle reports of healings and all that kind of stuff, and just it's going to be a fascinating series.
Speaking of apologetics, you'll want to tune in April 1st to find out more about this volume.
What is this right here?
Oh my goodness, it's a book. It's currently available on Amazon, but you'll have to check out our fireside chat on April 1st.
All right, we'll see you then.
I can't wait.
Who? Did you get it signed?
It has pictures.
No.
No pictures.
No.
I don't like non-picture books.
It's a grown-up book, Dan.
It's a chapter book.
It's a chapter book.